adding to and updating dictionaries. So in the previous tutorial, we just had a fixed dictionary. There you go. And we got 3 items in the dictionary with 3 keys, 3 lots of keys, and 3 associated values. There they are. But how do we update them, or how do we add someone else? Well, we could just use the simple way of type the name of the dictionary followed by the key that we want to add. So let's add Alex, and then equals, and then the name of the value that we're going to be associated with it. And there you go. You can see that now it has added that fixed item to the dictionary. But we're not always going to know at the time of coding what items are going to go in there. So how can we do it? How can we create a way of adding to dictionaries? Well, it's really quite simple. What we would do here is we'd do, for instance, name equals, and then just do a standard input. So name please, and we can do telephone equals tell if oh, what's your number, please? Number please. There we go. So name equals inputs, and then name please number, and then here after that we can do, again, nice and simple, telephone followed by the variable that we just created, and then the telephone followed by the name of the variable that's going to be for the key. So let's try that now. Here we go. Name Bob, and number, put some number in, submit, run the last 9. There we go. Oops, what have I done here? Oh, that's why I've done that wrong again. Let's try again. Name Bob. And there you go. So Bob has now been added to the dictionary. It's important to note that dictionaries can't contain duplicate keys. So here, if any of these are already in the dictionary, if you try to add them again, it won't add them again. It will simply overwrite the previous answer. So now if we go to here, if we run this little line of code again below there we go. Oh, it's taking us back to the top. So here, if we add Bob, in fact, actually what I'll do is I won't add Bob. Well, let's just overwrite Fred. So let's type in Fred, submit, and Fred's gone to work for the ambulance service. So his number is now 999. And then hopefully, there you go. Fred has now been updated. So that is how you add and update values. And it's really useful, really easy to use. Let's say, for instance, you want to create an empty dictionary and you want to add multiple values to it. What you could do here is you could say, okay, while true, and let's just move all those in a bit. So an infinite loop there, ask for their name. If the length of name equals 0, break. There we go. And then, there we go. And after that, just print goodbye. There you go. So there's a nice simple way of doing it. You ask them to input a name, and this is going to go on forever. Ask them to input a name. If the length of the name that they input is 0, so they don't press anything, they just press enter, break out of the loop. Otherwise, it asks them for their number, and then it adds them to the dictionary. So now, let's have a look. If we put Bob, good stuff, forward, give us some numbers, submit, there we go, forwards. There you go. So now Bob's been added to the dictionary. Let's just add one more person just to make sure it's working. So let's add Bill. Good. Give him some numbers. Submit. And now he's been added. We'll do it one more time, but let me just show you again, overwriting a previous name there. Submit. And then forwards. 999. There you go. And Bob has been overwritten. And now, if we just press submit, there we go. It should. There you go. It's gone through to the break. and break out of the loop. So that's great if you're designing little command line interfaces for your programs, especially if you're doing it for GCSE or that sort of level, where you've just got to ask for lots of key value inputs and then you have to break out of it. Well, there's a nice simple way of doing it. It shouldn't break because again, it doesn't matter if the length of the name is 0, it'll just break out the loop. So it's quite robust, but only with a few lines of code. There we go. Thank you very much.